Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel, and today I've got something a little bit different for you. Today I'm going to be talking about heavy bag training. Okay, now heavy bag has been in boxing gyms for over 100 years and it's a staple part of any boxing gym. Great for practicing technique and also brilliant for improving your stamina. Treat the heavy bag workout exactly the same as if it's a real opponent, and that's how you get the best out of a heavy bag. Many times I've seen people hitting the bag like this. Okay, and that's supposed to be their headshot. So if you think about me, I'm 6'4", okay, that's the headshot that these people are doing. So they're actually fighting someone that big, okay? So that's there, to me, you know, the chances of me fighting somebody so small are remote. But what the people are doing is they're conditioning their fists to hit the bag lower than they should. So you want to hit the bag in line, your head's in line with that part of the bag. There's your head shot. Okay, and then there's your head shots, and there's your body shots in line with your body. So then you've got head, body. Okay, if you use that on the heavy bag like that, what you'll find is you'll condition your shoulders to hit up at the right point. If you can condition your shoulders to be hitting there, all that will happen is when you get in the ring and you're fighting someone taller, your shoulders will become fatigued. So always make sure whatever bag you're on, that you've got your head and you've got your body section of the bag. Those people that are hitting here for their head shots, well, their body shots are going to be even lower. Okay, so again, you just need to bring it up. Head, body. At all times when you buy the bag as well, when you start off, always have your boxing position. Always be in your boxing stance. Keep your guard up and always keep your guard up. Although the heavy bag's not going to hit back, you've still got to pretend that it's an opponent. When you're in the ring, they will hit back. So you have to make sure that you've got your guard tight at all times, nice and relaxed, but you've got your feet in the boxing position. As you start to use the heavy bag, you can then start to move around. Okay, but always keep in that boxing position. Try to avoid your legs getting too wide or too narrow together. And also when you're moving around the bag, don't do that crossover that people do. Okay, because if you're off balance here, you will be off balance when you get into the ring. So start off in your boxing position, and as you move around the bag and you're hitting the bag, you're still in that boxing position the whole time, and you're hitting the right part of the bag as you're doing it. Make sure that before you do any heavy bag training, that you do wrap your hands and wear a pair of gloves that has got adequate padding to protect your knuckles and your hands. So many times I see people just hitting a bag with bare fists, or you know, just with wraps on, and they're not really ready to start the session, but they're already sort of hitting stuff. And you know, it's so easy to sort of knock a knuckle out or to hurt the hand or even the thumb. So make sure you've got your hands wrapped, put on a decent glove that's got good padding, and then you'll be able to do hours and hours on the heavy bag, as opposed to limiting your progress by giving yourself a hand injury that you really could have avoided. Okay, so just look after your hands, they are your tools. Okay, another thing I see on the bag is that it'll be swinging, and then people will do this, and then we'll stop the bag. Heavy bag's great for movement, so if it's moving, move around with it. Okay, there's no need to see this happen, where you're actually stopping the bag. There's no way that you'll be able to go up to an opponent in the ring and say, hold on a second mate, I just want you to stand there while I punch you in the head. It won't happen. What you've got to do is, if the bag's moving, you've got to move with it. Yeah, move around. Okay, make sure as you're moving around, you're still in that boxing position. Okay. So again, that's another mistake that I see on the bag from beginners, where they're actually holding it. Another thing you see as well is a lot of weight training gyms. You'll have lads that come up and they give it hell for leather for 30, 45 seconds, and they're just absolutely exhausted and they just walk off. Okay, they've got no defence, they're just whacking it as hard as they can, thinking that it looks impressive, but actually it doesn't look impressive at all. What's more impressive is somebody that goes up, nice tight guard, nice footwork, hitting the bag, in the right positions, moving around nice and doing round after round after round, 2-minute rounds, 3-minute rounds with that minute rest. That to me is so much more impressive than somebody that just comes and leathers the bag for 45 seconds and then suddenly just goes off for a shower or something. So a heavy bag is an integral part of your training if you use it right. If you use it in the correct way, you can get a lot of good practice that you can transfer over into the actual ring for your sparring and fighting. If you don't use it right and it's just another round to get through, that's no good. You've got every piece of equipment in the gym. You need to replicate what you're going to be doing when you are sparring or fighting. Otherwise, there's no point. You can have rounds where you have speed rounds, you can have rounds where you have power rounds, you can have rounds where you practice just little combinations or just specific actual shots. All the shots you can do. You can do the jab, you can do the backhand, you can do the hook to the head, you can do the hook to the head, the rear hook to the head. On these bags as well, you can do uppercuts, okay? You don't have to stuff it up like that, you just dig it in, Then you go to the body, left up to the body, right up to the body. Move back, you've got the straight to the solar plexus, and the backhand to the solar plexus. All the punches that you can use in boxing, you can practice on a heavy bag. So all I'd say to you is enjoy it. Heavy bag is absolutely great for the fitness, and also get a good few rounds in and you can really start to get used to that particular bag. Sometimes people swap from bag to bag to bag, and that's okay, but if you can just stay on one bag and get used to how it moves and get really used to it and use it as a tool, it is superb. So enjoy your heavy bag training. Just wanted to go through that with you because there is a lot of fundamental mistakes that people make on the bag that get transferred over into the ring. Another thing people do is they'll be eating the bag and suddenly they get distracted and they're watching the sparring. Okay? That just means you're resting. You need to work. If it's a 2-minute round, work from the start of that 2-minute round to the end of the 2-minute round, and then you have your break in between. You can watch whatever in that break. But don't get stuck in your training to just watch someone else's training. And if you are tired, keep your guard up. You know, don't just go. Okay, keep your guard up and move around as you would do in the ring. Because if suddenly you decide, oh, I'm really tired, and then you just drop your hands, you'll be doing that in the ring as well, and you don't want to do that. So, hope you enjoyed that, just a little bit of a heavy bag, sort of do's and don'ts. Hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.